In this video, we'll be taking a look at 4 MLB games happening on May 26, 2025, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 8 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 4 MLB games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. San Francisco Giants versus Detroit Tigers. The Memorial Day MLB schedule kicks off with an exciting matchup between the San Francisco Giants and the Detroit Tigers at Comerica Park. This game promises to be a close contest, especially considering how these two teams fared against each other last season. In their 3 meetings, the Giants took 2 wins, and the series was marked by low scoring, with just 4 total runs scored across all games. Given both teams have been playing well during the first couple of months of the season, I expect another tight game here. The Tigers stumbled a bit over the weekend but quickly bounced back and still hold a comfortable 4-game lead in their division. Their success at home has been a key factor this season, posting an impressive 18-8 record. The pitching staff has been outstanding on their home turf, boasting an American League best 2.72 earned run average. On the other side, the Giants have struggled offensively on the road. Over 27 games away from home, they're hitting just .210. And in 24 games against American League opponents, their batting average is a mere .215. Historically, the Tigers have had the upper hand in recent matchups, winning 5 of the last 7 games between these two teams. Detroit managed to avoid a 4-game sweep against Cleveland with a win on Sunday, but their offense has been sluggish over the last 4 games. At home, the Tigers continue to shine with their 18-8 record, while the Giants hold a slightly above .500 record on the road at 14-13. San Francisco has struggled to put together consistent wins recently and will start Birdsong, who allowed 5 hits and 1 unearned run in his last outing against Kansas City. Detroit counters with Montero, who has struggled in his last 2 starts, giving up 8 earned runs and 13 hits over 9 innings. Neither pitcher inspires much confidence, but Tigers fans rarely get a chance to back their team at home at this price. As our first pick for this matchup, the Detroit Tigers money line is our full game side pick. Last season's series between these teams was tight and low scoring, with the teams averaging a combined 6 runs per game. This game features 2 young pitchers going head-to-head. Birdsong is making only his 2nd start of the season, which raises some concerns about his experience and stamina. Montero has been more of a fill-in starter for Detroit, and that was clear as he managed just 5.2 innings in his last start despite struggling. While the Giants struggle with batting average on the road, they've still managed to score 127 runs this season, ranking 12th in the league. The Tigers, meanwhile, have scored 127 runs at home, placing them 9th in baseball. Detroit's offense has been particularly strong at home this year. They rank 9th in home runs and have been hitting around .270 this month, placing them 4th in runs scored. With Cater Montero starting for Detroit, who carries a 5.25 earned run average, the Giants should be able to capitalize offensively, especially given their .274 batting average with runners in scoring position. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Boston Red Sox versus Milwaukee Brewers. The Boston Red Sox are set to take on the Milwaukee Brewers in a game where both teams are looking to build on promising starts to their seasons. The Red Sox hold a 27-28 record and sit 2nd in the American League East Division, while the Brewers are just behind at 26-28, currently in 4th place in the National League Central Division. It's understandable why the Red Sox are favored in this matchup, especially with Garrett Crochet on the mound for Boston. However, I see a clear path for the Brewers to pull off a win as underdogs. Milwaukee has been solid at home, boasting a 15-10 record, whereas the Red Sox have struggled on the road with an 11-14 mark. Pitching has been a key factor in these splits, with Brewers starter Chad Patrick excelling at home. He carries a 2.7 earned run average at American Family Field compared to 4.12 on the road, and has limited opponents to a .228 batting average at home versus .299 elsewhere. The Red Sox will be without third baseman Alex Bregman due to a quadriceps injury, and their offense has been sputtering lately, scoring 3 or fewer runs in 5 of their last 7 games. Patrick has been reliable, posting a 3.2 1.23 earned run average and 1.26 WHIP this season, and he's been even better at home, with a 2.7 earned run average and a .228 batting average allowed over 33.1 innings. Impressively, Patrick has never allowed more than 3 earned runs in any of his 11 starts this year. While Boston is the stronger team overall, and Crochet has been outstanding with a 1.98 earned run average and 1.07 WHIP, given the price and the home field advantage, backing Milwaukee here makes sense. As our first pick for this matchup, the Milwaukee Brewers money line is our full game side pick. Turning to the offensive side, Garrett Crochet hasn't had much success against the Brewers in the past. The current Milwaukee roster is batting .308, .357, and .346 against him over 26 at-bats, which is a strong indicator that Boston's ace could face some trouble. Milwaukee's offense has been solid recently, ranking 11th in weighted runs created plus at 109 and 17th in isolated power at .142 over the last week. Boston's offense is also performing well, ranked 10th in WRC plus at 112 and 4th in ISO at .199 during the same stretch. Both teams have bullpens that rank outside the top 10 in ERA, WHIP, and opponent batting average, which suggests that the pitching relief might not be dominant on either side. Considering these factors, the total line feels a bit low, and I expect this game to be more productive offensively than the number suggests. Colorado Rockies versus Chicago Cubs. The Colorado Rockies, struggling with a 9-44 record this season, face off against the Chicago Cubs, who are enjoying a strong 32-21 start in the first game of a 3-game series on Monday evening. The Cubs lineup has been red hot lately, especially against left-handed pitchers, ranking 3rd in the entire MLB with a .276 batting average and 2nd with a .839 OPS against southpaws. Given Carson Palmquist's early difficulties in the majors, the Cubs look poised to take advantage and potentially run up a big win in front of their home crowd. Historically, Chicago has dominated this matchup, winning 7 of the last 9 games against Colorado. In 5 of those wins, the Cubs have triumphed by 3 or more runs. The Rockies' last trip to Wrigley Field ended in a sweep, with Chicago outscoring them 26-10 over the series. Since then, the gap in talent between these two teams has only widened. The Rockies face an added challenge coming into this game immediately after a home series, leaving little time to adjust to the road environment, a factor that often contributes to their struggles away from Denver, especially in the first game following a homestand. The Cubs are playing very well right now, and with Palmquist not yet looking ready for major league hitters, this game feels like a straightforward call. As our first pick for this matchup, the Chicago Cubs to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. While a quick glance at the team's records might suggest a high-scoring game, there is a significant factor that points toward the under, the wind. Forecasts predict gusts up to 11 miles per hour blowing in from the northeast, a condition that typically suppresses offense at Wrigley Field. Even the best hitters find it tough to get the ball out of the park when the wind is blowing in. For example, during the May 12th and May 14th series against Miami, with the wind blowing in all 3 games, Chicago managed just 11 runs and went 1-2 on the over. In contrast, when the wind blew out in the following series against the White Sox, the Cubs exploded for 20 runs in the first 2 games. This windy environment helps explain why the Cubs have been more effective offensively on the road this season. Their home OPS of .740 ranks 12th in the league, while their road OPS leads MLB at .836. The Rockies, meanwhile, continue to struggle away from Denver, hitting a dismal .195 on the road and going 8-17 on the over in away games this year. Given these conditions, the total looks set to stay low. As our second pick for this matchup, the under the projected total is our full game total pick. St. Louis Cardinals versus Baltimore Orioles. The St. Louis Cardinals and Baltimore Orioles kick off an interleague series Monday afternoon in Baltimore, with both teams eager to build some positive momentum. The Cardinals come into this game riding high after a sweep of the Diamondbacks, while the Orioles continue to struggle and remain well below .500. Eric Fed takes the mound for St. Louis, and while I haven't been quick to back him this season, he currently represents the better option compared to Baltimore's Charlie Morton. Morton is enduring the worst season of his career career, and there's little indication things will improve anytime soon. Despite a couple of wins against the Red Sox recently, the Orioles remain 16 games under .500 and have been one of the toughest teams to back this year. Meanwhile, Fed has found a groove, allowing just 20 hits and 7 runs over his last 24.2 innings. On the road, he's been solid with a 2.43 earned run average and holding batters to a .190 average, until Morton shows signs of turning things around. Fading the Orioles remains the smart play. As our first pick for this matchup, the St. Louis Cardinals money line is our full game side pick. Looking at the offense and scoring trends, the Cardinals entered Sunday with a 27-24-2 record on the over-under this season. They rank 8th in MLB, averaging 4.79 runs per game overall, which dips slightly to 4.73 runs per game at home. Defensively, St. Louis allows 3.98 runs per game on average, increasing to 4.42 runs at home. This gives the Cardinals an average combined total of 8.77 runs per game, which rises to 9.15 runs per game when playing on the road. The Orioles have seen the over hit 26-23-3 this season. They rank 25th in MLB, averaging 3.85 runs per game overall, but that number jumps to 4.26 runs per game at Oriole Park. Their average combined total is 9.52 runs per game, soaring to 10.87 runs per game at home. Although Morton has shown some improvement lately, the Orioles' offensive struggles persist, making the under an appealing option. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.